Wonder Girl, and I am here to give you your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, May 29th through Sunday, June 4th. Now this forecast is for my entrepreneurs, my business owners, my CEOs, my artists, my creators, anyone who has a gift, a talent, a skill, something that they want to sell or make the world a better place, and that they want to do it from a really spiritual perspective that's in tune with themselves, their heart, God, that kind of thing. Okay, now I do have a weekly forecast that I do about love and relationships and kind of the emotional, softer side of life. This is not that. Okay, this horoscope is going to be about your money. It's going to be about your human resources, the people that you work with, and some good, solid strategies to help you move forward and move up in the world with your career. Okay, so let's get started. All right, last week, what was going on is there was a lot of intensity, a lot of changes perhaps that you were thinking about making in your company, in the people that you manage, in your job, in whatever it is that you're working on in some way. Perhaps there were some adjustments where you needed to change money. Perhaps you had some money going to some projects and you realized, you know what, I'm spending all of this money, on the wrong thing. I'm spending all of my resources, perhaps time as well, on that, doing the wrong things. I need to reallocate my money and my resources in another area, in another position to really get the most out of what it is that I'm doing. There could have also been some changes you wanted to make in regards to people. Maybe you realize, I've got some people on my team who aren't really working for me. Maybe I need to let some people go. Could also be, you've got some really, really great people working for you, but you just need to move them around to different parts of the company where their skills and their talents can be of more use to you, and where it can make them happier because they're doing something that they like and that works for them. So it was a lot of things like that that have come up in the past week that you're really trying to figure out and to make some of these changes about where to go next in your company and with your business. Now these aren't earth-shattering changes. You're not thinking about the strategy overall of where your company is going. At least you shouldn't be. Okay, we should have thought about that the first 6 months of the year. Okay, about the big, foundational things of your business. You should have already done that. So the stuff that you're thinking about changing now in regards to money and in regards to the people that you work with are kind of like on the surface. It's like we just need to, make a few tweaks here. It's like the icing on the cake, the sprinkles. You just need to figure all that stuff out and mess around with that stuff in order to really get yourself on the right track where it is that you want to go. So there's a lot of thought about that was coming up last week. There was also a lot of choices about what it is that the company can just do in general, or whatever it is that you can do to really bring your company to the point that you want it to be, to have your company be known for whatever it is that you want to be known for, and increase the public reputation of the company. So it was big decisions about, okay, this is what I want my company to be, or this is where I want my business to be, but what can I realistically do right now? What can we realistically do as a whole in order to get to that spot, okay? And you may have had to compromise on some things, let go of some projects, so that you can really move forward in the direction that it is that you want it to go in. Okay, when we come into this week, we're actually still thinking a lot about these changes. When you've got Pluto involved, they can feel big, they can feel scary, they can maybe take some time to work out, especially. So we're still thinking about a lot of these things moving forward in some ways. It may be a little uncomfortable at first. We may be a little frustrated that we can't quite figure out what's going on with our money or our relationships, or that things aren't happening faster to help us move forward in some way. But I see most of that disappearing by the time we get to the end of the week. It's just the beginning of the week that we're feeling very frustrated about what's going on and really having to make some choices, perhaps on faith, perhaps having faith that the choices that we're making are right as we move forward. Okay, and after you making these choices this week, you really need to communicate about them with people, communicate about them to the people that they're going to impact, about what's going on, about what you're feeling, about kind of what's happening, and move forward. Now, it could feel a little bit uncomfortable, as I mentioned, to making some of these changes and doing that, but you really just need to move forward anyways. Trust that what you're doing is right and commit to it. Okay, that's a big thing. If you're kind of wishy-washy this week, if I don't know if I want to move this person here and it's going to hurt their feelings and I had my sights set on this, then there could be some big problems this week. It's really a time for you need to change what needs to be changing, and you need to commit to it and believe in it as you move forward. Okay, And once you believe in it is when the big insights are really going to come to you, okay? Because we've got Venus conjunct Uranus in Aries this week, bringing major insights to us about money, about people, about resources, you know, or major insights coming to us through people. You know, this is one of these things where you may have struggled a lot to make a lot of decisions about what you want to do with your money and your resources and that kind of thing. But once you commit to doing it, once things start to fall into place, you're going to be amazed at how beautiful these choices were and how inspired they really were, you know, because you're going to start to see things flowing a lot more smoothly, a lot better, you know, as you move forward. Maybe you're going to realize, you know, I really did need to move that person from this team to that team because now they speak a lot more in their meetings and they have a lot more to say than they did when they were on this other team or in this other position. And so you really got to commit, you got to move forward, and at the end of this week you're going to get some major insights that come to you about what it is that you've done. You know, aha moments coming from people about your finances, about what needs to, you know, happen and move in different directions that may be a little unexpected, a little bit, you know, that you weren't quite planning on, but for the most part do look set to be good, okay? Because once you get these insights, you're gonna feel like you can expand your company, you know, especially with your relationships and the people that work for you in a much better way, okay? You're gonna feel like your people are working for you to help you move forward, like your money is helping you move in the right direction to get there in a lot of ways. So there's gonna be a lot of good things that are really coming into you once you make these decisions, once you commit to moving people around, to changing money and finances, that you're actually gonna be really, really surprised how good you have it, you know, how many good people and resources and things that you have around you that you needed and that were working for you. You just needed to move and readjust some things in the right direction, okay? The only warning and caution that I can give you, especially at the end of this week, is just to be passionate, or to become passionate, to be understanding with the people that you work with and with the things that are going on. There could be a lot of changes that are happening, a lot of things that are being rearranged in a lot of ways, and I think you just need to understand that it could be a little stressful for some people. It could be a little hard, you know, dealing with change, and to just understand people and love people and appreciate them and your resources and whatever it is that you have, because that's really when you're gonna get your best work, okay? Is when you can love the people that you have for them, especially when you've got Sun square Neptune here. You need to be creative. You need to let people explore ideas. You know, if you make all these changes and then all of a sudden you're like, we need to see results right away. You know, I need to see this pay immediately. You're going to be sorely disappointed by the end of this week. But if you make all these changes and you say, you know what, I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to let people surprise me. I'm going to sit back for a little bit. I'm going to nurture them and encourage them and do whatever it is that I can to move this process along. You're going to have a really, really beautiful week and beautiful time that's gonna last you into the rest of the month, since the rest of the month, June especially, looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, now your card for this week is Changes. Upright. This is a great card. It indicates insights coming to you, clarity, okay? Doors opening for you, breakthroughs in some way of you moving forward into new areas, into new territories, just a bunch of good stuff happening, okay? The only time you're not gonna get these good things happening is if you're too busy holding on to the past, avoiding changes, feeling like changes aren't coming, trying to prevent changes from happening. You know, you need to just let changes come, okay? And don't over jump and don't overthink these changes either. You know, it's like, just sit back, relax. Like, we've got a lot of really pretty trines happening, Neptune's going on. Like, you need to just take it easy and chill out this week and realize that things are gonna fall into place perhaps in ways that you weren't expecting, okay? That are gonna be good for you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy it. That's all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you liked it, please like it on Facebook, like it on YouTube, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.